Hi everybody. So recently this channel hit 1,750 subscribers, which is crazy. Back when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I did the 1,000 second challenge, which I failed at miserably, but it was a lot of fun. And I realized at the end of that video, I said I'd be back at 1,500 for a rematch, and I never was because I forgot. So I am going to do this challenge again right now in celebration of that. So hopefully we can do better this time. So I'm going to go to desktop mode here. And one of the problems that I think I had when I did the challenge is I was too on the grid. And I talked about this before I did the other challenge. And I recommend you go check that out if you want to or if you have the time. I wanted to do something where each pattern was a different size. So when you loop them, well, that one. Good job, Photoshop. So when you loop them, everything was kind of asynchronous. Nothing really lined up properly. And that's kind of what I wanted to try to do again this time. Only this time to actually do it properly and not just kind of screw around with loops. Hey, there we go. So I wanted to mess with something called pulse stretch, which is something that creates these very long, it basically takes a piece of audio and it stretches it out very far. And I wanted to try to use that to create longer pieces of audio that I can use to loop in this situation. Add some minimal percussion, and then also add some like leads that can kind of float over top and see if we can actually create a 1,000 second long song in 1,000 seconds. And I did the math before. 1,000 seconds is roughly, oh, why am I in desktop mode? I'm sorry. There we go. 1,000 seconds is 16 minutes and 40 seconds. So I have the piano loaded up here just because I always do. But aside from that, we have a completely empty Ableton template, and I guess now is as good a time as any to start. So here we go. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I want to actually bring in some strings, because strings work really well when you pulse stretch them, because they have so much texture related to them. So what was I going to do? Thanks, Windows. Okay, so I can take this, and what I want to do now is I want to actually export it. And I don't know if this is going to work. I probably should have tested it out a little bit more beforehand, but, you know, that's not really how I roll, and that'll pause the timer. I can't do that. That's the wrong thing. There we go. Okay, so with this, we can cut off the ends here, and honestly, probably cut off this middle. So we have, which is cool. And then we can go in here, and where is it? Pulse stretch. Just stretch it by a factor of 10. And I know this takes a little bit of time, but that's kind of part of the fun. So now we have this. So I'm going to export this. Strings long. I spelled that wrong. I don't care. Oh, I'm exporting to MP3. Go away. There we go. Exporting to WAV is like instantaneous. Exporting to MP3 takes a while. Otherwise, I would have just let it go. Okay, so now we got this. And I might want to keep this, so I'm just going to toss it there. Is that the whole thing? That's the whole thing. So, and then we can duplicate this and then zoom out. And then let's just bring this for the whole thing, which 16 is right about here. Actually, that turned out pretty good. So we'll go like that, and like that, and like that. Cool. We've got kind of our basic chords down. And now the thing with this is we want to come in here and add some Valhalla room, because that makes everything better. And I'm going to do that in a return channel so I can apply room to a lot of things. So now we have cool. And I might actually use this piano. And what I want to do with this is I want to, let's just create, I'm just going off the cuff for basically everything here, but nice. That's perfect. That's exactly, go away. Okay, so we'll have that. That's the wrong notes. And then what we can do is we can just duplicate that a couple times. And the other big thing that needs to happen, I feel, with this kind of stuff is that there needs to be movement and progression. And I already have 12 minutes left. Holy crap. This is actually super stressful, but it's a lot of fun. I love doing this. So we'll see how far we get this time. Already, I think we're on more of the right track than we were last time. Whoops. Which is a nice change of pace. So like I was saying, like all of this comes down to how you change the audio over time. So like we can create these peaks and troughs of emotion and just how things work. Unfortunately, we can't do a whole lot of previewing, but you know, yeah, we don't want that. That's too much. Cool. I'm going to just grab a drum rack real quick and toss a couple samples in there. And then we can move on to something else. Oh, I lost where I was going with this. Where's the... Yeah, I like this sample pack just because it's nice and simple. I'm just going to grab a couple and then make like a pattern like this. That sucks. That's okay. What we're trying to do, and like we can mess with this a little bit more, you know, in the second half of this stream, the 8-minute mark, which we're rapidly coming up on. Let's add a little bit more stuff, like just throwing stuff in there. But basically, I want to go like this, just like everything else. Sure. And then like that. We can mess with these a little bit. I don't want them to be too over the place. Plastic slide. I kind of want this to fade in through the whole thing like that. Okay, so we can go like this. It's a little loud, but that's okay. And then I kind of want to add a transient shaper to this too. Because I just really want the attacks, but not really the... Okay. God, I really love pulse stretch strings, though. It's kind of a tongue twister. Pulse stretch strings. Pulse stretch strings. This is already turning like 1,000 times better than the other one. Still a little empty, but I mean, the whole point of this is not to make a finished song. I hope everybody realizes that. Like, and this isn't me backpedaling or anything. This is just kind of how this goes. So, I'm just looking for a fun little challenge to celebrate the amount of followers that we've gotten so far. And honestly, that really blows my mind. It makes me so happy that so many people have been able to stick around and hang out and be a part of this community. Let's not do strings. Strings are out. We don't need strings. Let's grab something from like Absinthe. They have some cool evolving things. And then what I want to do is synth pad evolving sample based synthetic. Let's just grab something. This is not playing anything. Let's try a different one. That sounds too absinthe-y. Absinthe has like this metallic sound to it, which honestly is cool sometimes, but not in this case. Okay, so what I want to do in this case okay, so what I did here is I created this like arpeggio. And what I want to do with this is I want to just... because I want to make sure that I have enough movement between each section here. I'm going to low pass. A little too active. How much time? 6 minutes? Okay, so another thing I want to do, and that's kind of what this is doing, but I want to create an infinite loop here. So I can feed this return channel into itself. And I don't want to overdo it for obvious reasons. Because I'll end up getting crazy feedback. What I can do with this then is I can better hurry up before this feedback gets out of control. It's out of control. I apologize for the sound. There we go. So now I'm mapping the dry wet. That's actually super fucking cool. Ooh. A little too much still, though. I really want this to just kind of pop up once in a while. Okay. We're actually doing pretty well this time. I'm pleased. This could use a compressor just in general. and possibly a light phaser to give it a little bit more motion. Rearranging the order here a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to boost the sound for this too. It's a little quiet. Making a song in 16 minutes, you're going to kind of end up with ambient, which I'm okay with. Oh, what am I looking for? There we go. It wouldn't be Ben Wave without waves, right? This also helps add the waves also help add like an organic sound to it so that it feels less loopy. Those chords though. Messing around with stuff. I'm gonna EQ that down, but I do like the volume. And yeah, like when we're doing procedural stuff like this, there's gonna be some weird notes, and that's okay too. Well, looks like we're out of time. Got a couple more edits that I can make, and then I guess we're done. Yep, I guess that's it. Well, I think this is a little less than 16. Where are we at here? No, we're good. So yeah, this was a 16 or a 1,000 second long song written in less than 1,000 seconds. I mean, granted, it's a simple ambient piece with a couple very, very simple layers, and that's, I mean, I think that's okay. But as a personal challenge, I actually discovered something pretty cool with this infinite loop generator here. I'm really pleased with how that turned out. So yeah, I guess I'll render this out and I'll post it on YouTube and somewhere else, maybe just to share it if people wanted to listen to the whole thing uninterrupted by my voice, but I'm going to turn this down. Excuse me. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for the 1,750 followers. That means a whole lot to me. I don't know why I got burpy all of a sudden. Excuse me. But it means a lot to me. I'm really glad that this channel can continue to grow and just continue to be interesting to people. And I hope to continue to engage with people and keep their interest over time. And yeah, I hope to do this again successfully at 2,500 subscribers. I think that it would be a lot of fun to continue this trend. And I also want to do like a Q&A at some point soon. So feel free to leave some questions in the comments below if you're interested. Otherwise, I'll be running I'll be posting stuff on Twitter about it too. So if you want to get in touch with me, if you have questions about me, my process, or whatever, feel free to ask. I generally answer almost any question you ask me anyway, but if you wanted that question asked in a public forum, then I'm more than happy to answer it. Aside from that, I think that is it for this song. And like I said, granted, it's not perfect, but it's interesting, it's different. And if I had a little bit more time, I'd add some more automation to this, like what I did with the filter sweeps here. I think that's very, very valuable to make things feel like they're evolving over time. And I just kind of ran out of time with that in this case. So I wasn't able to do that, but overall it turned out pretty cool and I'm pleased with it. So I'm messing with it. I'm sorry, I shouldn't be messing with it, but I never say what I do. I never do what I say, rather. So yeah, I guess that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of strange video, but it means a lot to me to be able to do this stuff for you guys and continue growing the channel and continue growing a community based around music and creativity and all of that other stuff. It's genuinely very satisfying in my life, and I'm glad that I can be a part of it, or part of yours. So that is it for now. I'm just going to let this play out for a minute or so, and then yeah, I hope you guys have a good day or evening or wherever you are, and I'll see you later. Take care. Boop. I'm gone now. I know I'm cheating, I'm sorry. There's so many little tweaks that I want to try. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you stick around for another 1,000,000 followers. I don't know. It's always good to be able to post these and have people react to them in their own strange ways. Actually, I just noticed that these two are pretty much the same loop point. That kind of kills the point of that. Yeah, whatever. I'll do better next time, I promise. Take care. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.